Welcome to Engaged Patient, a revolutionary supplement to your informed consent process. Patients have the right to be well informed, but as a doctor, you may be time constrained to provide adequate information. Since there are laws and regulations around this process, we understand that you have the obligation to make the patient as well informed as you can prior to taking consent. But to fulfill this obligation, day after day you spend time to explain the same procedure again and again to different patients. If you rush, you incur a risk to miss something critical. And if you spend the necessary time, the office schedule for the rest of the patients can be thrown off, and your patient satisfaction scores may get affected. We offer a service that saves your precious time without compromising on the information that you need to share with the patient. The information is better communicated through our videos. Our videos are simple to understand. They explain the pre-procedure instructions, steps of the procedure's risks, benefits, alternatives, and recovery. They not only take away the need for repetition, but also communicate all inherent generic risks so that you don't have to worry whether you covered everything or not. You can then focus on answering more specific questions, if any. The videos can be customized, if desired, to include directions on where to check in on the day of the procedure. They can also include real patient testimonials at the end so that your patients can feel more comfortable prior. We will upload your consent forms on our website. Without changing their content matter, the forms are digitalized so that signatures can be taken electronically with a stylet, or a mouse, on an iPad, or a desktop. Also, the forms can be customized for an individual physician if desired. Now we know that as a doctor, you have to take consents in different settings, so we have allowed tremendous flexibility. In the office, you can ask the patient to see the secretary, who can show the video and the consent form on a desktop or an iPad in the waiting room. If the patient wants to give consent, they can sign it right then and there on the device. However, if the patient is uncertain and wants to discuss with the family, the secretary can easily generate a code for that procedure. The patient can use that code on engagedpatient.com to review that specific video and consent form with their loved ones on a home computer. If desired, they can also sign and send the form electronically from their home computer. In the hospital, our service can be used by the patient to review the consent form and/or the video, either in the patient's room or in the pre-op area on a computer device. Lastly, you can integrate your EMR with our service so that the consent forms are sent right to the patient's chart once signed and completed, avoiding the risk of loss. We believe that there are various reasons for a doctor to subscribe with us. Some reasons are that it's cool, it's a new age method, it saves time, it demonstrates care, it decreases the patient's anxiety prior, it communicates realistic recovery expectations to patients, it adds a layer of protection to malpractice, or just that. It's a step in the right direction. But the most important reason we believe is to educate and engage the patient as much as possible in making critical decisions so that the consent taken is truly an informed consent.